first off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh. Oh yeah, you go ahead, start just the next
We
step.
good. We good.
Good.
Yep.
Whew. Let's go. All right, first off, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful, like and always. If the water Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai, allowing us to do another video through the Spirit. With the water Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai, for giving us this truth of worms. This is going to be a lesson. As you can see, the title: always on offense, always on defense, never on offense. ... Because we're gonna play this clip, but before we play the clip, we're gonna play the disclaimer. But as Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans under the regime of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, we've been on constant defense. Every nothing we do, we can't, we really can't get the ball rolling. We're never attacking. We're always the ones having to backpedal, because that's the position the Lord has put us in. But that what this dude says, smack water, smack water. He says that Negroes have always been on the defense, never on the offense, which is true. We've always been on defense. We have not had if in the terms of war, we've been losing. We've never had a offensive retaliation against Esau Edom. But this truth is that offense. This truth is the offense against this devil and against these things that he's been doing to us. But read the disclaimer, then we'll play the clip.
It says disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Yep. So, actually, I'm going to just play it because I can pull it up on the TV.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what part it was. I know what minute mark it was. So, let's go back. So, goddamn ad. That didn't cost too much. I believe I screenshot it on my phone. Let's go back. I think it was 4 minutes.
Right before I say, maybe they spraying that shit with chemicals too, man.
Okay.
I feel like this is like this every night.
Let's see.
The power of the establishment, because white folks get mad.
Keep going.
See, white folks try to get our mind treatments.
Yeah, here it is.
They good at it too. Because they tell niggas, and niggas like to rumble shit like the white man say. White man be like, oh, that sound like victim mentality. Here go these bitch ass niggas, that sound like victim mentality. Bitch ass nigga, y'all been victimizing me for 500 years. Nigga, why shouldn't I have a victim mentality? You expect me to have an assailant mentality? Right. Nigga, every nigga in America wake up playing defense. We ain't never on the offensive side of the ball.
What I was gonna say is, you don't fault the black people that have money for not rallying around.
Nah, you can't fault them because them niggas got that plan. Them niggas made a deal to be suckers and tricks and tools. Them niggas ain't got the right to do a bitch ass thing for your broke ass bitch ass nigga. Who the fuck is you? Nigga, that's not why we give you money. We give you money to keep these niggas chasing a fallacy that if you did it, they can do it. Or when these niggas go to acting up, we march your bitch ass out in front of these niggas and you tell them to sit their bitch ass down somewhere. What the fuck is y'all doing? Nigga, look how good we got it. Nigga, look how good the white man been to us. Bitch ass nigga, y'all fucking up my money. That's why them niggas got money, man. Them niggas ain't got money to help you, nigga. And the day that they choose to really do something for your black ass, watch what happens.
So would you say that them black people?
Oh, damn. I like that last
The
one.
nigga dead, you can still have real
That's it. Fuck it. Yeah. So right there, the main point being that we've been on the offense and not on defense. We've been on the defensive end, meaning we've been having to backpedal, get tackles, getting fucked up the majority of the time here in the Americas, while our enemies have always been the ones on the offensive side. They're the ones with the ball in the hand. They're making the plays. They're doing things while we just have to deal with it. While they're scoring on us, we just have to deal with it. But that's a part of the curses that Yahweh Shemel Shai put upon us. Can you get that?
Yeah. This is Deuteronomy 28, and I'm gonna start at 65. It says, "And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy feet have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind."
Yeah, so we have no ease. That's being on the defensive. We've been on the defensive since we gotten over here. We've been playing this game that Esau Edom has set up, and we've been losing because it's a game set up by our enemies. There's no way of truly winning this game, because even if they give you a little bit of money, that money is not to be spent on uplifting your people. It's spent on keeping you in that dumb black nigger mindset. And if you go outside of that black nigger mindset, then they're gonna take your money away. They're gonna demonize you. They're gonna imprison you. They're gonna shame you. And the dude goes on to say, Smackwater goes on. The dude asks him, "Well, do you think certain of these black people or celebrities are worse than the KKK or white supremacists?" He said yes, because he said they want to be. He said honorary whiteness. And yeah, Jake is trying to eat off the master's table. Why? Because they don't want to suffer anymore. They want to, they'll, as long as they're good, they don't give a fuck. And that's the mentality of our people. That as long as they themselves are fine, they don't really care about the state of Israel. That's why these celebrities and all these dudes, the football players, they're nobody to regard and of a high honor. Yeah, sometimes they may say something prolific, but them niggas are nobodies, man. They're set up to play that game, man, to keep you in that broken down state. One thing, I've said it before through the Spirit, the curses were put on us, but Esau was the one that played out the curses on us. Esau was the one set up to further the curses, to kick the father out the household, to keep you broken down, and keep you in this weakest state. Esau, Edom, has been the one, set over in these times. Keep going on that.
Yep. This is verse 66. It says, "And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life."
Yeah. And that's the state of, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American man. And that, it's really increasing in these times also. Because the curses aren't done away with yet. They're transferring a little bit, but this last little bit has to pour out on Jake. And, that was something that the nigga was talking about, being on the defense. And can you get real quick, surname themselves, Antiochus? Or just type it. I got the apocrypha open. I just need to find it. But yeah, we have not we've been on the bottom since we came into this captivity. But this, real quick, let me get this. This is Sirach 40 in verse 1. "Great travail for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day they go out of their mother's womb till the day that they return to the mother of all things." Yeah, great travail is upon the sons of God, even to this day. From the day we wake up in the United States of America, we are put in a situation of hell. From the day today we start walking, today we start talking, we're in an oppressive system. And the only way out of it, and the only way to fight against this system, it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Because even Jake like that, they know there's a system that's set up. They know that there's something going on, but they don't know the right way to follow. He even mentioned the Hebrew Israelites because he said if all niggas came together, one nigga would be saying I'm a Christian, one nigga would say I'm a Mormon, one nigga would say I'm a Hebrew Israelite, because Jake really don't know what the true way is. They're all scattered. This is why we need Yahweh Shemel Shai to fight for us and to be our be the offense for us. Because without Yahweh Shemel Shai, we don't have offense. We're going to constantly be on the defense. We're constantly not going to have the ability to score any point. We're just fucked. But through Yahweh Shemel Shai, we're able to fight back. And we fight back through these scriptures. You get that?
First Maccabees 1:10.
This is Antiochians,
So,
where it says they shall serve in. That ain't. Let me find it. You get your priest.
yeah, I got appreciate it. Because Sirach, just backing out what he said about how they set up, really other Jake, to be like those idols and those spokesmen, for all Jake, because we understand that, like the brother said, these actors, these athletes, musicians, artists, all of them, they were set up by Esau. They made that covenant with them, so they can try to get out of the predicament that they was in. So then Esau sets them up. So like they say, if something happens where Jake starts to uproar, they'll bring them in the forefront and be like, yeah, calm down, y'all don't need to be on that. Look what they've done with us. Look what they've given us. Look how I made it. So you just follow the footsteps that I have, you can make it too. And then what did Jake do? Jake eat that up. So I'm gonna grab this scripture, Sirach 13:23. It says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumbles, they will help to overthrow him. And you see that a lot, when Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, Nick Cannon, when they made a little mention, of the Hebrew Israelites, what did people do? Nah, people didn't just wake up, or what? They start, want to pique some type of interest, But then as soon as what? They seen that they started catching hell, Kanye West's bank accounts got froze up.
Nigga got called crazy. He was dragged through the mud.
Kyrie lost his Nike deal. They canceled Nick Cannon. Then what? People shut their ass up. And then when they came back out, and so-called made an apology, even Kendrick Lamar, when he made that song.
He made an apology.
Huh?
He made an apology.
No, I'm saying when he made that song, saying I'm Israel, I'm coming back no more. But then he came out with the crown, talking about calling on Jesus Christ with the blood, how he totally switched up. And Jake don't act like they don't recall none of what they once said. They just, this what he on now? Okay, I'm back on that. Okay, yeah, he probably lost his mind. So he's saying this the way to go now? We know it's going to tend to fall that. Why? Because they have some type of notoriety behind their name, because they are somebody. But you got the men out here on the highways and byways, which y'all look at as just regular men, telling you that this is the truth, to follow the Lord, telling you what the man was saying about how we always have to be on the defense because of the curses from Yahweh Shemel Shai for us sinning against him. What do y'all do with it? Nothing.
Yeah, that's what really puts on the defense. Because, there is a lot of complaints, and that dude was making some decent points. But he didn't have any answers to why.
Yeah.
Like, how do we get out of it? What do we do to get off from being the defense? Even one dude said, which that nigga was a cool ass nigga anyway, he said, well, why is it, or why don't they help? Or why is it that we're always on the defense? What about the celebrities and shit? The niggas aren't set up to help you. This is 2 Maccabees 4 verse 9. It says, besides this, he promised to assign 150 more if he might have license to set up a place for exercise. Speaking about Jason, and for the training of the youth in fashion of the heathen, and to write them of Jerusalem by the name of Antiochians, which the king had granted, and he gotten into his hand the rule, he wherewith brought his own nation to the Grecian fashion, yeah, which is nation being the nation of Israel. He brought his nation unto the fashions of the heathens, and this is a reoccurring trend that Jake does, dealing with the celebrity tip. The reoccurring trend of Jake leading their people to the heathen way for money, for self gain, for self glorification. This is why you niggas are actually worse than white supremacists, because you being of this nation, of these people, you side with the devil to bring your people and to keep them in a lower state so you can stay rich and so you can stay on top. This is why we need the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, to get us out of this situation, because if it was up to Jake would be in this constant cycle of being in hell. This video is to show how we fight back. What do we do to fight against this system? What do we do? Because they'll say support black business. Fuck these niggas. Certain black business, fuck black businesses. Now, if a brother have a business and if I can support it, cool. But majority of Jake niggas is wicked. How do we fight back against this system? And the Lord left, the apostles and elders and brothers, in the ancient world. We have these epistles to teach us how do we still serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai under the regime of Esau Edom, in an oppressive state, in this type of captivity. What do we do to fight back? And certain Jake think you should fight literally, which is you'll lose. But we stand through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and that's how we fight back. This is how we're, get wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter. This is how we, stand up against this system through the spirit. And this is why, Elder Malcolm always starts lessons out. Those that have their lives more so now than ever. Because what we're doing, what we're speaking, is the most dangerous thing in this society. What is the biggest, what's the most threatening weapon against lies? It's truth. And we're bringing out the truth. We're bringing out the true knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And Esau, Edom, is not happy about that. This is 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 1. It says, Now I, Paul, myself, beseech you by the meekness and greatness of Hamashiach, who in present am base among you, but being absent and bold towards you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence wherewith I think it to be bold against some which think it of us if we walk according to the flesh. For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds. This is how we war against this system. This is how we fight against Esau Edom. Through this book, our battle is not a fleshly battle. I'm not going toe to toe with Esau and the gun. That nigga's gonna win every time. That's true. That the 2/3 will do that. But for the men out there that are truly seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, want to know, what do we do? How do we get off from being on the defensive and being on the offensive? By seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's how we get on the offensive. That's how you move from the defense to the offensive line. Seeking Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because he's the one that's going to lift up a standard. He's going to move forward the offense. verse 5 says, casting down the imagination of every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing in captivity every thought to the obedience of the Mashiach, and having in readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled. And so this is how we war, because this war that we're fighting, being always on the back pedal, being always oppressed by Esau and not knowing how to escape the system. The first thing you need to do is seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Recognize your offenses against the Lord and realize why we're in this situation. Because a lot of they recognize the problem, but they don't know how to get out of it. The only way to get out of it is through the Lord. It's through Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's the only way out. That's the simple answer. We can't fight against Esau. We can't go toe to toe with our defensive line against his offensive line. We're gonna lose. We need Yahweh Shem Yahushai to cause a fumble and for us to get the ball, and he sets up to stand up and be our strong tower to fight against our enemies. What you got?
I got this line back that you brought up in that second reference. Hebrews 4:12 says, "For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intent of the heart." So yeah, we have this word, man. This word can do way more fighting than what we can physically. Because why? It's the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's sharp. You see just when are out there on the housing bars and you have Jake, scoffers, or Chris, whoever come up, how does it always end for them? They get out, they get in their feelings, they get hot. They want to try to get carnal. Why? Because the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is cutting.
You're destroying them. We're destroying these people's beliefs that they've been taught since they're a child. That's gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
It's gonna bother you.
Because that's what they was raised up in.
Yeah.
That's a generational thing they was raised up in. That's their great-great-great-grandparent, and down the line from there.
That's so
That's
doubting.
that's everything they know. And then to be told that, because it's people be so family oriented. Like, yeah, they go to these churches, they listen to their pastors, but it all goes back to because that's what they was taught from their family. So they're trying to hold on to their traditions they was taught from their family. So for you to tell them that the way they've been living since they was a babe all the way up until they're grown adult, it's been a total lie and wrong. They're gonna feel some type of way and fight and rebel against it. It happens to everybody. When we first came to the truth, it's not that we was like, man, hell no. We was hot because we looked at our people like, damn. Because then it's like everybody got that story when they bring it up to their people. Oh yeah, I heard about that. What you mean you heard about it? You ain't never say nothing, but it's just that feeling you get is hot. But when we come to the truth, it's soothing to us. But for the rest of these people, it's not soothing to them. Because it's this word, it cuts you. And that's what it's supposed to do. And for these elites, what is it doing? It's pulling down the strong. It's pulling down all the lies they have been telling for years, man.
They have to change a lot of the way they, produce food and, change up a lot of things because Jake stopped eating pork. The way they, even the way they market, that this truth has had a heavy effect on the planet Earth. That's why they have to, change YouTube and do different things, certain guidelines, because this truth truly has had an effect on the planet Earth. Just because Esau plays with the numbers and plays with the views and does this and that, this truth has had a major effect on this earth. Even the way that dude talks, that guy watches. That guy watches Hebrew Israelites. I don't care what he says. He even mentioned the Hebrew Israelites. He watches videos. Everybody knows about the Hebrew Israelites. It's a well-known thing. It's had a great effect on the planet Earth. And now they have to do something about it, because this truth has changed the world. It's literally changed the inhabitants of the earth.
Because what we're able to do now is
That nigga's wearing fucking braces like this. He wasn't wearing braces like this.
No. necklaces. And
Yeah,
stuff,
stone necklaces and shit.
stuff like that. But yeah, when you have dudes like that and plenty others that speak about the conditions that they be in, what do? We're able to tell you why. We're able to go into the scriptures and show that it fits prophecy. And when at least they see that, they're like, oh hell no. So that's why the brothers, like the brother said, that's why they have to go and make all these guidelines and stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. Because now the truth is being brought to the forefront and it's undeniable. You want that wisdom Solomon too?
Yep.
15. Okay, count. It says this is wisdom Solomon 2 and 15. It says he is grievous unto us.
Start up to 13.
13. It says, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy, the transgressings of our education.
Just like in Rome, when the truth came out, it became too much. That's why it's in Acts 18 chapter, which is actual history. Claudius exiled the Jews out of Rome. Okay. Yeah, we're in that same predicament once again. And this truth has taken the earth by storm. You got something? Okay. Keep going on that.
Yep. This is verse 13.
And we're not, and now we're not so much on the defense anymore. That's why I put ... at the end, because we're more on the offense through this truth. Through this truth, we have combated Esau Edom. This truth is what combats this world. They try to, shadow ban us, delete channels, hide it. But this truth has really played a major effect on the planet Earth. Even Vocab Malone said that. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's how you know we're about to get out of here. Matthew 24 and 14. When the truth shall be preached to the end of the world, then shall the end come.
Just real quick. This is Wisdom Solomon 5 and 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. That's what we're doing now. We're standing out there in the highways and byways, in boldness, telling Esau who he is,
revealing the wicked.
Yeah, revealing the wicked
through the Spirit.
Yeah.
Because the wicked, that's one of the major prophecies that must be fulfilled.
Yeah.
It's the son of perdition being revealed.
Yeah.
And the son of perdition is being revealed. Well, we don't need to fight you carnally. We don't need to. We have Yahweh Shemel Shai. He'll do that.
Yeah.
He'll do that with us, but later on. First off, he wants his word to go out. And through his word going out, it has changed the vibration of the earth. It has made them move forward with their new world order. And it's getting us closer to the kingdom of heaven. We are very close. So Esau, you can play all the games you want to play. But the truth is the truth, and it's going to continue to come out. This is Matthew 24. And we're not going to be on the defensive anymore. We're going to be on the offensive. Through this knowledge, through this word, this is how we fight. This is Matthew 24 and 14. It says, this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world, and all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And we're very well approaching the end of this time. So we're in a good case, and we're not on the defensive anymore. We're on the offense. Through the spirit of power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we're fighting back through his spirit. And just like it's going to continue on, good. You just go ahead.
Yeah, verse 13 says, he professeth to have the knowledge of Yahweh, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us even to behold. For his life is not like other men's, his ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Yahweh is his father. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of Yahweh, he will help him, deliver him from the hand of his enemies.
Yep. And this is that back and forth between. This is the fight. We're speaking the truth, and Esau's fighting back with what? He's going to come for us. He's going to roll on us. But keep going on that.
Yep. Verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine, and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. As for the mysteries of Yahweh, they knew them not, neither hope they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls.
And there will be a reward, which is to get those people back that did that unto them. Those souls before Yahweh Shemel Shai are blameless. And when you come for the elect and you touch the Lord's anointed, you're going to have to pay for that. Because in a fight, there's back and forth.
Back and forth.
We're speaking this word, which is the way we're fighting, and you're going to come carnally. And some of you will kill, and some of you will take out, but the Lord is going to lift up a standard for them, and they're going to receive a reward, which that reward is what? In Revelation 13?
Yeah.
And we'll close with that. There's a reward, and we will not be on the defense forever. We're on the offense through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai.
10, right?
Yep.
Yep. This is Revelation 13 and 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that liveth in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yep. So the saints are going to get rewarded by taking you down. Just like I said, they were ignorant of the reward for blameless souls. So you're going to have to answer for them souls which you killed, the men or women that you killed, and they die in the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai. We're not going to always be backpedaling, because we're not anymore. We're not backpedaling to the 10-yard line.
No.
We're moving forward, man. We're moving forward through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. The Lord is the Lord. What did it say in Ezekiel? He saw an exceeding great army.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll close with this.
I got one. That's true.
Yeah, go ahead, while I get this.
Jeremiah 16:16 says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. So right now, we're those fishermen. You know, we're out there fishing for the elect. You know, and that's how we're fighting back. You know, with the words. But then, what's the Lord say? We're going to turn to those hunters. How? When we receive that salvation, Yahweh, that would be those men, would be a part of the elect, receive those new bodies. And the Lord is going to let us loose. And we can really be on the offense, man. We can really get down and get beat. Instead, we're going to go and get them out of the holes of the rocks, because they're digging down into the world. They're trying to make their little space programs, but they think they're going to be able to escape the destruction. But some of them at least are. They're going to be hiding in their bunkers. But the Lord's going to allow us to go get them up out of there. So that we're in the fisher's time right now of that verse. It's coming soon is the hunter's part. We're going to get down, like you say, that's where we're going to be on our really fence. Like we're already progressing now. Like we're saying we ain't having penalties. Got to go back 5 yards, another penalty, back 10 yards. No, we moving down the field inch by inch. You know, so we about to get to the touchdown.
This is Revelation 11 and verse 10. It says, and they that, in Revelation 11 and verse 11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit, which is at 350 years, 1619 to around 1970, the spirit of life came back into us. It says after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them and saw them. And we're standing on our feet again. This ain't 1619 no more. where you niggas, where Esau can just beat up on the nation of Israel and there's no repercussions. The Heavenly Father is dealing with his elect once again. So you're going to have to pay for anything. You have to pay for those things still. But there will be a repercussion for even when you kill men of the Lord. Because there will be miraculous signs and wonders when you imprison some of the men of the Lord or kill you. So Lord, we hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Shem, Yahushai, Shem Rakakadash, Shalom, Odava, our apostles and elders at Great Millstone, and salutation and blessings to the hopeful. Come on back, Yom.
Oh my God.
And Shalom.
Shalom.